Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your February 2023 monthly reading for Cancer Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you so much. We're going to tap into your reading, your energy for the month ahead. Well, I'm a little late on that. Please forgive me. As you know, my regulars, I have been sick for quite some time. I'm finally getting better and better every day. So thankfully, I am back to recording. I appreciate everyone's well wishes. And so let's get to it. This is what we have for you. Let me make sure the lighting is okay. I get a little bit of glare sometimes. So your 9-card spread will feature the beginning, middle, and end of the month. Oh, and as always, your playlist will be here and linked at the end as well. Remember, the sign with the most likes and the sign with the most views gets a bonus live reading. That schedule will be up now that I'm feeling better. I can go live. Will be up probably about the same time that this goes live. Beautiful. And your bonus mid-month reading is going to be a love focus, so you don't want to miss out on that. Make sure your notifications are turned on if you choose to subscribe. And to my returning subscribers, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you guys so much. So you've got Door to Value, First Chakra Archangel Michael, and Financial Constraints. Let's pull your angel cards for the month. Your major arcanas, I see here the Judgment card, which also depicts an angel. So beautiful message if you are wondering whether or not you know, your prayers, your wishes, your manifestations are being heard. I'm hearing being heard by the heavens. So there is quite a bit of praying and manifesting and maybe rituals that you've been working on to try to, you know, bring in harmony, money, business opportunities. I'm feeling for some of you, you are working on either pursuing further education, having the money for it, or perhaps for some of you, it's about looking for the right job for you. Okay, so your major arcanas here. The Judgment card, the Chariot card, the World, the Emperor, beautiful energies. You also have the Magician card over here with the Angel Tarot. So very strong message here with those major arcanas. Remember, the major arcanas are the main energy of, you know, your reading. The minor arcana are the supporting messages. So Door to Value. Here you have, with the Door to Value, I do feel like for some of you that have been looking into new business opportunities, new places of employment, if you're not working, like you're not wanting to work or you're retired already, this really is about the value of money, the value of time, energy, effort, the people in your life, and you yourself valuing yourself and making sure that it's reciprocated, that people value you as well for what you bring to the table, regardless of whatever it is, right? Sometimes people feel undervalued as a friend, and people may lean on you and you may always be there for them, help them out, take care of them. You're there at a moment's notice, a phone call away, and then it feels as though maybe people kind of leave you hanging or aren't appreciative of, you know, you taking the time to be there for them. So I do feel like the sense of self-worth and value is very strong here, as well as what are you worthy of? What is your time, energy, effort, gifts, skills, abilities? What is it worth to you? And are you portraying that? Or is that what you are representing out there, right? I'm feeling like some of you that are offering like services, coaching services, or, you know, a business of some sort, and you've been thinking about, you know, raising your prices, and it almost feels like there's a little bit of fear here. Like, you know, what if I don't get any more clients because I raise my prices? What if people think I'm too pricey, I'm too expensive? If you are doubting what you bring to the table and your own worth, people will also be doubtful of you and what you can bring to the table and what kind of value you can bring to them, not in terms of money, but in terms of value of whatever it is that you are offering or they are seeking, right? Value of your time, energy, effort, wisdom, knowledge, whatever it is that you take the time, you have taken the time to expand upon and you know, try to be a more welded person, grounded, especially if this is about career and business. And, you know, I do feel like for some of you, if you do feel like you have been like the person that is holding down, you know, the fort, holding down a household, and you've been the one that's been the breadwinner, making all the money, making sure that people don't go without, and yet you feel like here you are making sure that everyone's taken care of, everyone is supported, working your ass off, and, you know, bringing as much money as you can to the household. But is it valued? Is it appreciated? Do they just see me as a bank, as a wallet, as a means to an end? Because then we've got the card of financial constraints. So this could be financial constraints where you're feeling that, you know, your money is feeling a little tight some certain times of the year. Maybe you're coming back out of the holidays trying to recover. Maybe you've got some expenses that you weren't expecting this month, or, you know, travel that may have to happen. I'm hearing travel for some of you that maybe just came a little bit like short notice, unannounced. Could be a last minute business trip of some sort, or a family trip, a need to visit family somewhere. It just feels as though if you are like the head of the household or the breadwinner, it feels as though everyone's just counting on you to make sure that you've got everything covered on a financial level. And while I don't feel that you have any problem with that, it does kind of hurt your heartstrings a bit when it feels as though at sometimes it's more an expectation to perform and to give rather than what they are appreciating in return. Okay, so I do feel like at this time, you know, it is safe for you to reach out to Archangel Michael. Definitely do some inner work, some shadow work, and be connected with your spirit guides, guardian angels, to help you feel more grounded and safe enough to make this money, safe enough to make more money, safe enough to spend money, invest money. And really, it's not even just about like investment accounts and making your money work for you, but sometimes it's worth investing in yourself by putting the money within you, right? Taking better care of yourself. Some of you may be signing up for like a fitness program, a personal trainer, weight loss, or business coach, or whatever it may be. But, you know, that's all about investing within yourself and not feeling guilty about it, right? Oh, I'm taking away from my family, my partner, my whatever. I'm not going to be able to take my family out as often, or the kids here or there, because I'm doing this for myself. It's not selfish. It's about taking better care of yourself and putting yourself, you know, at a point where you can really feel whole and complete, and still also be there for, you know, your partner, your spouse, your family, your friends, your children, whoever it is that you're feeling. I also feel that some of you that are thinking of going back to school, or have just started going back to school, or learning something new, like some sort of certificate program, a trade, feeling like there's like additional education that you may be taking up on, learning something new, doing some research. It really is about building wealth and generational wealth to provide for yourself, your family, making sure your household is covered and taken care of. Whatever new endeavors that you are looking at taking on, even if it costs you just a little bit of extra dough every month, I do feel like there is a lot of success. If you are looking towards starting a new business, or, you know, franchising is what I'm hearing. Some of you may be in one specific field, right, business wise, and then you're thinking of like, well, maybe I'm going to fund my partner's ideas. Maybe my child is ready to, like, grown child, you know, is ready to like start a business. I want to be able to have, you know, that backup for them to help get them started. I feel like you're really looking towards your future. You're thinking about your family, your family wealth, your children, and making sure that everyone feels safe and secure. But also you not feeling like depleted because you're doing too much. You know what I mean? However, I do feel like there's a very strong angelic energy around you, like spirit guide, guardian angel. It may be someone named Michael. It could be Archangel Michael. It feels very much like a brother, or a brother, someone that you considered a brother, someone that you looked up to. It just feels like there is a very strong male energy here that's really looking out for you, okay? I feel like I'm hearing they're very proud of you, okay? So I don't know who that message is for, but please take it with some love and a big hug from me, because I do feel like someone is saying they've got a little bit of a seriousness to them, and they're like, man, I'm proud of them. I'm really proud of them. And it's probably not something that they would have ever said to you, so that is of significant meaning, because it's like if there's one thing they wish they could tell you, is that they're proud of you, okay? Very important message for someone there. So your monthly reading here, beginning of the month, you have the Four of Wands, the Eight of Coins, the Knight of Wands. Middle of the month, we have the Seven of Wands, the Judgment card, the Chariot. And then at the end of the month, you've got the World card, Page of Swords, and the Emperor card. Beautiful, beautiful. I love it. Your angel messages here, you've got the Nine of Fire, you've got the Magician card, and the Knight of Earth. So Four of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, Knight of Wands. I do feel, like I said, some of you are like having this dedication and determination to be successful, to not just make ends meet, but to have more than enough. I do feel like some of you are working on like money and wealth affirmations, definitely doing, you know, some law of attraction, law of assumption, manifestational work, whatever it is you're doing. I do feel that you're going to be very successful. I do feel you're going to start seeing very fast results, okay? So if you just got started and you're just like, how long is this going to take? Don't worry, okay? I feel like you're going to have like the very first sign of things coming to fruition very, very soon, by the end of the month. Whatever it is that you are doing, that you are thinking, that you are planning of in terms of financial success, financial security, you know, business, family oriented, it just feels like you want to make sure that you have a very promising future for yourself, your partner, your family. If you're single, it just feels like you're just thinking far ahead in terms of like, yeah, because when that person comes, I'm good. I don't have to be worried about like, oh, now I'm barely going to do that. Like, I'm thinking about that now. That's like the vibe I'm getting from you, you know, especially if you're younger. I do feel as though you're just like seeing other people and how far they've come, and it's how long it's taken them, but you've got an advantage because you've seen what they've done, you've seen the path they've taken, what they've gone through, and you've taken that knowledge, that example, and you've ran with it, and you've made it a part of your journey as well. It has been like the perfect example of what to do next, what to anticipate, and being okay with things not working out the way you had anticipated, because you're flexible, you're young, you could still make some moves, you could still do this, you could still do that. I feel like for those of you that are a lot younger, there's still some wiggle room to take those risks that someone like twice your age would be fearful of. I got a sniff of, all of a sudden I caught a whiff of like clove. It went away really quickly, so I don't smell it anymore. For some of you, clove is of significant meaning. Perhaps that's a scent that you love. It could be, some of you may smoke clove cigarettes or whatever they're called, right? I got like a whiff of clove. Clove is of significant to you. It could be something that you could be using in your manifestations as well, because I caught a whiff of like cinnamon and clove. So for those of you that do ritual work or, you know, manifestational work, candle work, you might want to use those spices for that. It's going to help you most definitely clear the way and be able to manifest a whole lot faster. Okay, so Seven of Wands, the Judgment card, and the Chariot card, big success. I mean, if you thought that like you could have done more at an earlier age, and now you're just like, well, you know, I know it's never too late for me to start over. I know it's never too late to like pivot into another career. It's time for me to do something. This is saying that whatever you feel that you need to follow, whatever divinely guided path you feel, whether people are saying you're crazy, you're out of your mind, what are you thinking, you're too old to go back to school, whatever it may be, I do feel that you are now at a place where you feel so safe and secure, regardless of the naysayers, that you're like, nah, boo, I'm going to do me because I'm doing what's best for me and my children. And I get it. Maybe you feel you can't do it at my age or your age, but I'm still good. I still got a lot of years ahead of me. And that determination, that sense of security, that sense of empowerment, especially for those of you that are wanting to start a business or are already dipping your toes into entrepreneurship. I'm also hearing real estate. So some of you may be, you know, tapping into that financial sector in terms of home purchasing, loans, mortgage, real estate agents, and you may be tapping into a wealth of knowledge, and the right people are going to align with you that are really going to, you know, help you make a path, a life, a successful life of your own through this new area of employment. Because I feel like it was far from what you were doing before, right? And so I feel like this is really going to lead you to some brilliant new ideas of how quickly you can manifest and elevate your life out of wherever you've been. And I don't feel like any of you guys are like in poverty and like, you know, really, really bad financial situation, but I definitely feel that with the things changing in the world, you know, inflation and how things are so crazy expensive, and yet people's salaries don't seem to be growing up to par with that, right? I do feel like there's a sense of like, well, what am I going to do? I might as well do something about it now before it does get to a point where money is way too tight for anyone's comfort, you know? And so I do feel like this really just explodes for you and opens up the door. So whatever it is that you are thinking of doing, it's happening, boo. Let me tell you, the World card, especially after the Chariot card, this is like the Judgment card is saying, listen, you fought to get to this point in your life and you're not backing down. You know what you want to do. You want a second chance to make more money, to feel a sense of security, to, you know, invest, to pivot out of, you know, one career, one industry to another. And you're going to be so freaking successful at it. I mean, the Emperor is right underneath the Chariot. This is either going to come in the form of a very strong mentor support system, business coach, someone who knows their shit, been there, done that, someone who's older than you that's probably been doing it for a really long time, or is like ready to retire and letting you take over the business, right? Like, I'm going to teach you all the ropes, kid. And it doesn't matter how old you are. Like, this person can be a few years older than you or a lot older than you. But I feel like they've been doing it so long that they can retire even at an early age, right? Like they're in their 40s, 50s, and you're just like, yeah, I'm right behind you. But I feel like they're like, yeah, but I've been there, done that, and I've made more than enough money, and now I'm going to leave it up to you. Take it from here. I do get that energy very strongly. And again, I caught that whiff of like cinnamon and clove again. So again, if you are trying to manifest an alignment with the right people, the right resources, for some of you that you're not quite sure how to do this, and you're just like, I just want to have this job and make this kind of money, and I just don't know where to start. Your manifestation, your ritual work, whatever it is you practice, it starts with asking your guides, the universe, to align you with the right people, the right resources, the right information for you to know, and to make it a very clear sign that you will know and understand that, hey, this is a sign, this is a message, this is a path you need to take. This path, this person is going to align you with the information you need, the resources that you need, the path to take, the education. When you specifically ask for that, you will be aligned to that. And guess what? That manifests that outcome that you want, right? It's like getting all the pieces of the puzzle and then having to put the puzzle together. And some of you may not be ready and willing to put the puzzle together, and you just want the end result. But it doesn't always work that way. If you don't know everything that the end result entails leading up to it, and something happens, you don't know what part is missing. You don't know where to pick up, right? And where to go from there. And so the World card, especially right after the Chariot card, this is the end of one chapter and a very successful beginning to a new one, right? This is cutting out the excess. This is, I also feel like people watching you making a life for yourself that they themselves never thought possible. This is them watching you up level, upgrade your life, being your own boss, taking back control of your finances, your career. I mean, I feel like you're going to leave people like dumbfounded. You know, it's one of those where, like, you know, money's going to be tight for a little bit because I'm really investing in this and I'm really investing in that. And so I'm not going to have as much money for the next few months. And people are going to be like, you're crazy. You can't do that. And like, what happens if it doesn't work? You've already wasted all that money. But what happens if it does? In fact, it's not what happens if it does. What happens when it does, right? Because it is about to be banging for you. Let me tell you. And look at that. The 9 of Fire. Your angel messages here are saying, don't give up. Protect that which you've created. Have courage and believe in yourself. Along with that 7 of Wands here, I mean, definitely standing your ground, believing in yourself and having the courage to, you know, continue to pursue your dreams. The Magician card is literally like the beginning of your manifestations. You've already, you know, this comes after the Fool card. So you've already taken that leap of faith. You've already taken that scary step. And what happens is the Magician says, you've got this. You're ready. Because the first step was the scariest part. The fear that you had from even starting something new, been there, done that. You're on to the next chapter. The Magician, you are ready. You have the resources or the ability to manifest them. Life is magical. Remember what I said. If you don't have things lined up, you can always manifest the things that need to line up for you to get to where you want to be. And if you're trying to embody the Knight of Earth energy, this is someone who's loyal, dedicated, honorable, and kind. This could be someone that you are working with, someone that you know, someone that's mentoring you. This can be, you know, someone that really helps to align you with all those resources. I feel like this could also be a new friendship that you have, someone new that you meet, and, you know, you build a friendship based on getting to know each other, and then you tap into, you know, a wealth of knowledge that they are, and they really end up being a very good support person, a very good support system. This says time to buckle down and get things done. Honor your commitments. This is a guardian angel. I love it because I feel like your guardian angel is sending you a very promising friendship of someone who can really guide you and introduce you to all the right people that you need to know or get to know as you move forward in this. Let's see what the money oracle is, because I do feel like this is more so money career focus rather than any other, you know, like love or anything like that. But I do feel like what you are doing here is very much in the eyes of love for yourself, your future, your family, your friends, whatever it is that you are trying to build for yourself. What money oracle messages do we have here for Cancer? Wow, beautiful. Oh, that one definitely flew out. There you go. I love it. I love it. I love it. Look at you have, sorry, my big old arm. Buddha. Life purpose, more than money, spiritual wealth, careers in counseling, being guided, and your divinely path. And I said it, guys, you're pivoting, you're shifting towards doing something that you love, where you feel like you're giving it your all. You feel like everything that you're worthy of and then some. It's just being reciprocated. It's coming back to you. So the Moon card is saying fleeting funds, unknown source, being guided, moonlighting, odd jobs, night shift, and part-time. So some of you guys, you know, going back to school may decide to take a part-time job instead of, you know, going full-time. It's just, it feels like you're still holding on to one while you're working on something new and then moving on to the next. And I love this because the Clover card is literally saying you've got a lucky break coming your way. You took a gamble, good fortune, taking a chance. It's paying off. This could be career and finances, outdoors. This is like risky business or surprises that are in store for you that perhaps you didn't realize just how successful you really could be in this. And it just feels very, very positive for you. A very successful opportunity for you. Let's see. As we close out with the wisdom of the oracle. Fork in the road. Some of you may be at that decision point that you haven't taken that leap of faith yet. You haven't gone back to school. You haven't looked into doing any research. And so I feel like this is definitely going to help you make those decisions. And oh my God, holy cow. Do you see what I see? Cancer, serendipity, right place, right time. A very lucky, promising, fortunate time of year for you, okay? I do feel like you are being guided like down your spiritual path. It's going to bring so much success. This is your why. This is your why. You are successful because you pursued your why. Why do I feel like this is the path I need to take? What are the answers that I need to seek? Where do I go from here? All your questions are being answered by spirit guides, guardian angels, the universal energies. So if you have been in that fork on the road at this time, at a crossroads, not sure if you should go down the same old path you've been going on, if you should try something new, if you should go back to something else, I feel like the more you stand there in this analysis paralysis, the longer it will take you to get to the place that you really want to get to, right? And I mean, come on, the door to value, the clover, the serendipity card. This is saying that now that you are honoring yourself, now that you are saying, I'm doing what brings me happiness, I'm doing what brings me joy, and whatever that is absolutely going to bring me the financial security that I need, want, desire, and then some, more than what I make now. Serendipity, this is like all the wonderful opportunities aligning for you. It feels like you're going to have like this winning streak, right? So play the lotto, take chances on yourself, investing in yourself, you know, come up with new ideas for your business, for your job, on how to expand and grow. And it just feels like it's a very lucky and prosperous time for you. I love this reading for you, Cancer. Cannot wait to see what's in store for your next few readings, because I've got your love focus reading up next and your weeklies, and then you will see your angel messages and your March reading soon as well. Thank you guys once again for being here. As always, your playlist is here. Whatever other reading I have for you is here. The sign with the most likes and the sign with the most views gets a bonus live reading, and I will be posting up that schedule soon now that I'm feeling a lot better. And so once again, have a wonderful February. I love, love, love this reading for you. It's a beautiful time that you've got coming for you. Take care, Cancer. Bye.